So basically, you've just read about what March Meet the Maker is.
Yeah.
Which is what?
Which is a way of creative brands to showcase themselves in an amusing and snappy manner.
Yeah, and the whole premise is that you're given prompts for every day, and you're supposed to like make a post about it, and it can just be really simple. It's not supposed to be really difficult.
Yeah.
However, every single year I never do it because I always forget, or I feel like I don't have time. So, and we've done it again this year, and we even have Ellie doing our social media, and I still didn't manage to do it. So can you I thought we could just quick fire it.
Yeah. Okay.
So what day are we on? We're on day 10 now.
10.
So if we do the 10.
We'll do the 10 for today.
Okay.
So we're ready to go from
so
tomorrow.
You just, I've only had a brief look, so I don't know what to expect, but you just give the prompts and I'll try and give my best quick answer.
Okay. Question 1, brand origin, go.
Brand origin. So what does that, so Hilda's Lounge, so Hilda Ogden, Flying Ducks, mid-century, what else? You know this too, right?
Well, brand origin, like where does it all come from? Like your love of design and furniture and interiors, and it's all amalgamated in the chaos.
And I've chosen Hilda Ogden as my muse. But no, Flying Ducks, I've also got Flying Duck tattoos, and there was a bit of a joke about Hilda Ogden around that time, and it just it sort of
it spiraled.
Was a weird development from that. So
number
2.
Okay, number 2. About you. Who are you, Leslie Bushell?
I am Leslie Bushell, Portsmouth, originally from Gosport. Love chairs, went to study chairs at uni, took ages to do it, had some wilderness years, found upholstery, studied upholstery, and then did loads of upholstery, and all I do is upholstery.
Which leads us nicely segueing on to a snippet. Give us a snippet of what your day looks like.
Get woken up by really annoying cats because I'm a spinster, and decent cup of tea, shower, speak to my mum on Alexa every morning, then go to work, and then every day is different. So, but I tend to catch up on emails and things at either end of the day, try and have meetings every other, and then in the middle of the day I just flat out try and do work.
That's a good snippet of your day, I would say. Your weekend, what do you do with your weekends aside from working?
I just work. I just work. That's all I do is I work.
Okay. On the weekend, we are going to need to post something. So whenever our next... Oh, tomorrow. Perfect. Okay, we're going to do a bit of weekend posting tomorrow. So we can do that tomorrow.
I'll be working, so I can post a weekend. Or does it have to be...
Still always.
Does it have to be not weekend? Okay, we can
it's something about the weekend. So that's fine. We can do that.
Okay.
How do you start the day? Do you have a specific routine with regards to work? How do you do your emails first? How productive are you first thing?
Well, we always have a chat, don't we? Because you don't always work here because we've got limited space. And I'll do the same with Ellie as well. And then if April's in, but I tend to start like much earlier than all of you guys because you've got kids and you have to get them to school.
Kennels.
And deal with them. I just have to get rid of cats who are just really annoying. And then I tend to, what is my routine? I do a bit of catch up, but to be honest, every time I leave my work in progress, and so I always have my headphones in, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and then a lot of what I do is like motor memory, so I just have to start doing it and then I know.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Is that
a
good answer?
That does make sense. And which leads us on to, what was the last lesson you learned? Not necessarily in business, it could be, or the last skill you picked up.
Oh my God, it'll be the screws, the bolts.
Oh, your bolts.
I learned, like we were going to do, we've got a reel for this, but I basically learned the language of imperial bolts, which was, I was just so chuffed with myself. And like every day there are things like that where I'm like, right, this really old piece of furniture, this bit of hardware doesn't exist anymore. What the hell am I going to do? And then I just work it out with Google's help or talk to somebody in the Makers Guild. And when those bolts arrived and I screwed it in and it worked, Oh, it's just so nice.
Well, the trumpets, fanfare,
I-
bits of confetti.
I do a
going
lot of
off.
like punching the air bit
Yeah,
in
you
my
do.
head. Yeah.
You do
so-
it in real life,
Oh,
actually.
I do it in real life.
Yeah.
Cool.
What are your finishing touches? What do you like to do when you've wrapped up a job and you're happy with it and it's ready to be delivered? Is there anything you like to do to finish it off?
Clean air, get
Air
all the
spray.
dust off. We always take photos, but I think I do just make sure, like threads and things like that. Plump. I'm really, especially if we're going to take photos, everything needs to be, the cushions need to be really straight as possible, and I try to remember to sit in it as well, which I don't always do. So,
Have a
and I
little sit
worked,
down.
because I worked in a factory and we used to make loads of chairs. Like, it was really funny how often you just never sat in any chairs.
Yeah.
So I do try to test them out as well.
So a little sit test,
See what all you guys think.
little
as well.
bum test.
We
yeah.
normally go, well, look what I did, like a show and tell as well. Ta-da!
Trial and error. What have you learned through trial and error?
Oh, everything. That is the most. I'm not. Whereas a lot of people are perfectionists, and a lot of people I've worked with are perfectionists. I've never considered my perfectionist. I can be a bit of a bull in a china shop. I'm one of those people where I'm like, I just want to have a go and then work out the problems as I go. So but then you learn a lot from making mistakes and you work. And also I just like problem solving in a really 3D way. So I just like, so trial and error is the only way you're going to learn anything.
And you see, and that surprises me because I always think your attention to detail is impeccable. And people comment on that.
Yeah, but I've seen people who are so wrapped up with it being perfect that they are too scared to get there. So whereas I'm like, I'm always like, I wonder what will happen if I cut there. And also I've just been doing it so long that I've made a lot of mistakes just by accident. That was really common, and I do that less now, whereas it's more now that I kind of know what I'm doing. So I'm like, I think this will happen if I cut there, and then I'm like, oh yeah, it did. So,
Happy accidents.
yeah,
Good creative
and
learning
also I'm very
experiences.
confident that if it doesn't go quite the way I think it will, I know how to. I'm quite reserved, and then I'll bring it back. I know how to get around problems, and I was taught that by some very good upholsterers before, like, who taught me, who were like always like, don't, like, there's always something you can do about everything, so don't be scared of making mistakes.
You're a very good problem solver. Finally, on number 10, so we are all caught up, what do you do to recharge your batteries?
I'm a massive couch potato at the moment, for sure. There's so many things that I like. I used to like going out raving and all of that, and I don't really have time for that anymore. So probably really boring takeaway, sofa,
Self-care.
watching
Next in Fashion.
Next in Fashion.
Next in Fashion.
And
Yes.
Interior Design Masters.
Yeah.
But also
Beautiful.
I did have a weird addiction for Malcolm in the Middle for about 2 weeks as well.
Oh, yeah.
So that was weird. That was a weird couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
just
you
a bit of
mentioned that.
getting lost in nonsense. Yeah, not anything too time consuming.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We're
Is that
all
it?
ready. We're ready for the weekend now. Good stuff.